Ah, dying. 1 second, guys. And back. Stay. Got an old t-shirt. Feeling like shit, but let's do this. Okay. Please don't be any spiders. Please don't be any spiders. Please don't be any spiders. Oh. Yeah, check out, no spiders. Sweet. Well, that's just outside of the bag. What about inside of the bag? Are there any spiders inside of the bag? I hope there aren't any spiders inside of the bag, because that would suck. Right, I don't have any hair anymore, so do I need the internal support of the helmet? Probably not. It's fine. No spiders on that, that's good. No spiders in that, that's good. Oh, there was a spider on the bag. It's on the floor. Skidoosh. Alright. Put that in there for a second. So, got my helmet. I'm just waiting. I've just got to check out the older video. Might be a bit of a spoiler. I've got to compare it to the older video. So I'm still sick. I'm still really sick. So figure out what kind of lighting I need for the older video. It's kind of going to be a before and after video kind of thing. So I'm just going to go over to my files. So if there's anybody talking in the chat, which there isn't because I've only got one viewer and that's me. Go to videos. My stupid mouse is not playing. That's random. Where are you? Commune. Oh, that's a very old video. Where is it? Should be in here. Son of a bitch. Hang on a sec, guys. I'm just trying to figure something out. There it is. Found it. Bink. Oh, I can see the chat as well now. Ooh, pixelated goodness. Somebody keeps coming into the like I keep getting a viewer and then they drop out. Wow, it's really pixelated. I did not expect it to be that pixelated. Why can't I pause it and stuff? My computer's being a bastard. I should have opened it with like. Maybe if I. It's like tiny bug. You shut up. Tiny bug. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Movie Maker. I would open it in a thing, but this way I can just easily import the file and it should all be fine. Where are you? Bink. Loading audio data. There shouldn't be much audio data. Okay. Sorry about that. Still sick. My nose decided to empty right into the back of my throat, which is common for me. That happens. Okay, so I got everything I need. I guess I just need to set up the camera. So I need the camera about here. That's the problem. But luckily, I have got the thing that I need. Don't really know what to connect it to is the problem. It's a bit close. I've got this thing which is Q. But will it stretch far enough? I'm wearing glasses in the video. Ah, I hate having a cold in summer. It's not how it's done, people. It's quite long, isn't it? What I use for my tripod, it's quite long. Because I've actually found my glasses. Oh no, I haven't. They aren't where I thought they were. Awesome. I found my glasses, I think. Who knows? So I'm going to bend this because it's bendable. So if it's going to be connected to there, then I'm going to need to bend here as well. Exciting. I'm not wearing glasses. Sweet. Right, I can see the chat again, which is good, but because nobody said anything. I can see the pointless chat again. Woo. Right. Come on, connect. There we go. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Is that going to bend right? Why are you being such a bastard? Well, the phone doesn't weigh that much. That should be fine. Robert Johnny says hello. Okay. Interesting name. Interesting profile picture as well. Okay. We will be using the new camera again. So that'll be good. Is any gunk on the screen? No, good. So, on. New camera is pretty awesome. Right, and is that the right way up? He turned around. I'm a Facebook friend of yours. If you say so. I don't use much Facebook anymore because of recent bullshit. Well, fairly recent bullshit. Happened about a year ago. Go, and it's perfect. Perfect, almost perfect. Is that going to fall off? It looks like it might fall off. Let's see. This camera. Right. So it's a bit close. It will be fine. It needs to be a bit close. In the original video, it's a bit close. So yeah. What I'm doing is basically a comparison video of one of my old videos from a long time ago, and I'm basically just doing a remake of it. I don't remember names very well, so that doesn't help. I don't remember much films. I'm not going to say your entire name in case people try to track you down on Facebook, which would be sucky. But no, you are perfect. Should I set up the other camera? I should set up another camera. I'll get the other camera ready. Jeffrey! Is my cold better? No. It's really not. It's really anti-better. I've got more respiratory symptoms than I had before. That's still a bit too close. That should be fine. Okay, so I'm just going to double check this camera. It's got 5 videos on it. Oh, from the shaving. This was used in the shaving, which is fine. Do I need to get anything off of it? I guess that picture. Sorry guys, just a few seconds. Rubber Johnny, Phil. I'm sure that nobody in the chat room is going to be trying to look you up. They're quite trustworthy. Very rarely do I get bastards actually in the chat room. I get bastards mostly trying to comment on my videos and being mean that way. So I'm just trying to get screenshots from this video. I never noticed this before, but like somebody pointed this out on my shaving video, but look how thick my shoulders and back are. What the fuck? When did I get such a thick back? I never noticed that before. I should be proud of it, but for some reason it's slightly weirded me out a little bit. Also, I'm very hairy. That's very aggravating that it's in your chest. I'm excited as you prepare to film for a Worker Hogg video. Take your time, no rush. Well, I'm going to have to take my time. There's new bullshit's happening. Come on. I'm just trying to get the screenshots off of the last videos that were in this phone so that I can delete the videos and then I can use the space on it. The videos have already been saved, but the screenshots haven't been saved, and it's easier to do it on the phone. I know I'm repeating myself. I know that at least one of you will already know this, but oh boy, do I look scruffy. So feel free to talk in the chat. I do read it. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I think there was some kind of like bird rape that just happened. Yes, I'm amazed at how hairy you are, Tubbs. It shows up so well in the videos. It doesn't actually. I'm a lot hairier in person. Like you see in the picked up videos with the pictures, that the stills really do show up a lot more than the actual. What was that? Something weird is going on. Creepy weird, creepy weird. Come on. Weird stuff is happening here. I don't know why. God, how long was this video? That was the wrong video. Honestly, stuff's gonna happen. Oh, no, I'm not kidding. Cool. Jeffrey's welcoming Robert Johnny. I did say there would be a lot of dead air. I'm sorry, guys. That's a good shot. I'm on the last bit of just doing taking the screen grabs. There we go. Okay, so go back. Select, delete. I'll go back into the albums. You're fine, actually. That's good. Recently deleted. Everything's good. Right, and I go to camera. So where do you want to be for this extra bit? Hello, sorry, I'm just making my tea. Still here though. Let's go. What you hoping to see? I'm actually going to do a lower angle thing. Yeah. Okay. Before I begin, I have to clear my throat because my nose just emptied into my throat again. Awesome. I'm actually going to have a drink. Because why not? Just some fizzy to help the bubbles with the throat and the badness. From all of the random sneezing and spluttering and I'm actually gonna have a pipe for this video as well, which is it's fine. I haven't had one for like 3-4 days. That's not true actually. I had one yesterday because I had a massive headache after I did the live stream. Oh. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right, I'm just going to look over. This angle is looking fine. My arm needs to be slightly out of frame, actually. I need 2 of these. The phone stands, my tripods. I need 2 of them. I'm getting an idea. Give me a second. The tickly cough is so annoying, especially when you're trying to sleep. I know. That's why I've been actually a bit knackered recently, but I'm getting better. Right. I don't understand. Is that image going to be flipped? I can flip the image and edit it, can't I? Because I need the lighting to be there. I can't have the lighting being there. But... no, I can do it. It's fine. I know what to do. I need to move back just a smidge. So I'm in proper frame. I'm touching the back of the thing, but that's fine. I need this camera somewhere else. That's a bit too close. Go around it. Idea. There's a lot of it about I had a tickly cough too. Well, it's kind of a general chest infection thing. Is what I had. Because basically my partner gave me a wonderful gift that he got from his office. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prop the camera, the other camera, up on my filing cabinet drawer. Yeah, it's upside down. Yeah, he gave me a annoying just gold thing. It isn't working for some reason. There we go. Right, now, are you going to fall over? No, but you're not where I need you. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, he gave me a cold, which was great because he went to his office. He went home. We went to where he works in his office. That is the best that's going to be, I think. I'm going to try and fiddle some more. Let's get down to business to defeat the harm. I think that works. That works. Right. Brilliant. So we've got the lighting, which is just the lighting. We've got the cameras, which are ready to go. Good to go. Good to go. Let's do this. Just need a costume change. Easy. Ugh. It's actually a really big shirt. Is my armpit okay? Yeah, it looks looking so much better, and there's no giant lump there, which is awesome. Yeah, my partner gave me plague. Well, that's the joke that I keep using. Gave me plague. I'll give you a bit of a belly show while I put the shirt on. Now this is the shirt. I think this is a slightly bigger shirt. I think that was just a large. It's got a big stain in the corner. You can't really see. But no, this is an extra large. As some of you guys know, I am a 5 extra large. An extra large. It looks much better, Tubbs. Yes, your partner felt the need to share his cold with you. Well, he shares everything with me, so. I should be recording this bit because this is hysterical. And I can actually tuck it in, but it's incredibly tight. But that's the point. I've got the Mulan soundtrack stuck in my head now for some reason. Just because I said, let's get down to business. Let's get down to business to defeat the harm. All right, now this has no chance of going up, but in the video for that, no chance. So the shirt maybe, but this, no chance. Don't you dare fall asleep on me, camera. So if I maxed out your speakers just now. Oh wow, it's actually, I don't know if you heard that. I think I tore the back of the the reflective strip. I just felt that go. I would show you the back, but it's got a it's actually got a company name and telephone number. There we go. Great. Looking good, thank you. Thank you kindly. Right, so I've got a camera. I'm just going to try and move you a camera that's positioned like here. And I've got another camera that's positioned like here. Ignore the computer. And this one's not filming. No, that's my bug swatter. Okay. So are we good? I was going to say we need more lighting, but with the reflective lighting that this gives and the white shirt on these two cameras, it's basically blinding it out. And because I haven't got the insert in the helmet, it just kind of keeps, instead of like being on my head, it's trying to, it goes like down like that, and it keeps doing this, which I think is cool, but it's sometimes annoying. And also it's like fiddling with my ears all the time, because I've got hobbit ears. Great. I'm just wondering if there's anything I need to do specifically. But I think I basically just basically rub my belly. That's all there is, and lift up the shirt, and that's it. I'm going to allow you to see that because love this thing. But I've put it right behind the camera so that it basically doesn't get annoyed. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just last bit of prep. I'm just prepping my pipe. How are you guys doing anyway? It's mostly a nose issue than a tickly cough, which is why I'm not super against basically having my pipe. Plus, it's for video, so. going to try for 4 minutes. So basically. Okay, that should be enough combined with the other footage. Bink. And where are you? I'd take that off because your head gets very sweaty when it's got no liner in it. I found that out in the hot tub. Did you like that? And the footage looks good, and it looks very much like the original video, so that will be excellent. The only problem with it is that it's flipped. I have no idea why it's flipped, but I can edit that out, so. I don't have to use that anymore. I will say that that did clear my head a little bit, my pipe. Back to the beautiful screensaver of my new phone, which is the Earth. Focus. 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 Oh, it did. It focused at the last minute. It says that it's already night here, but it's not night here yet. Wonderful, I mean. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you liked it. Right. Oh, I need to bring in the other cable to do that. So that video should be available sometime tomorrow because I've got to edit and stuff like that. I was going to try to edit it tonight, and that is a mosquito. No mosquitoes on my legs. I've had enough. Ugh. Probably won't use any of this footage, but Oh, Jeffrey says, if I could jump into my phone screen, I'd give you the biggest hug and kiss ever, Tubbs. Thanks so much for this. This is awesome. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video more than this. I know I enjoyed filming that, apart from having to strip now, which is great. Because getting out of a small two small clothes is a pain in the butt. Oh no, I didn't rip it, but the stitching that joins it up is kind of loose now. I don't know if you can see that. The yellow kind of like really teeny stitching. That makes more sense. But yeah, it's basically there's a logo and a phone number. That yeah, I'm not going to show you all of that, so I can't show you the entire back of it for any period of time in case I get into trouble for stealing hivens for my old work. Ah, stop it. Oh, that's better. So I was killing my shoulders because it's not stretchy fabric. It's only stretchy to a point. It stretched over my tummy, so that was quite impressive for an old XL shirt. Still smells new because I don't wear it anymore. This is my partner's. I gave it to my partner. Where's my other one? But yeah, this is my Harley shirt. This is something my parents got me when they went to Jamaica. For some reason, there's a huge Harley Davidson shirt. Harley Davidson store. But no, this is... Can't read in the dark. I think it's a 3XL. So it goes over my arms and shoulders, but yeah, as long as I tuck it in, it goes over my belly too. But I like shirts that hug my tummy. I just don't like it being tight around my arms. See, now you can see how dark it is. Okay, guys. There's a farm vehicles going past. So what's up? Do you want me to stick around and talk to you for a little while? Because I have some time, but I just don't have a topic. Also, I noticed that you're on a bit of a delay. I have no idea what that's about. I'm sorry. I can take this down as well. I'm going to be putting up the human balloon video, by the way, this week, and maybe filming another one of these, but I don't know yet, because this was for 2 videos that I did this filming for. I'm going to have like the 2 human balloon videos, the you know, one paid, one not paid. The the comparison video. Oh, Rubber Johnny's going away. Bye, RJ. Have a good dinner, tea. I know a Phil, but I can't put my face to the name. Jeffrey, you like the shirt as well? I think you said that already, or was that Phil? It's like Harley Davidson of Jamaica. Oh. I don't know if anybody's been following me on Tumblr, but I have no idea why, but I think that all of my Tumblrs now are not safe for work Tumblr, which is annoying as crap because I keep noticing that when I post ordinary pictures. Wait a minute. I met you in Bear Bush outside the Rem. Ooh. Sounds right. I've met a few people outside the Bear Bush outside the Rem. Oh, I need more information. But no, I understand it's, that you have to go have your tea, so I'm not going to keep you. Because Bear Bash is the only time I go to Manchester these days. So basically, like, whenever I'm at Bear Bash, whenever I'm at Manchester, I go to the Rem. You were talking to... Right, yes. That's happened twice. Seriously, I just don't remember names. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Right, yeah, duh, right, you, yep. I should have known from the Facebook thing, but yeah. Yes, I got, you sent me the picture. That's actually one of the camera rolls on my Tango Tub channel. If you go to one of the pick dumps, I think it's the second. I'm not entirely sure. It's the second or third. But yeah, like I said, I really don't remember names at all. I barely remember screen names, and yeah, but now I totally get it. Right. Oh, I'm so glad that you're super cool about it as well, because a lot of people are like, it's like, oh, you didn't remember me then? I was like, well, I do. Just you have to tell me more information about the encounter, or you know, I'm not going to remember because I don't remember names. I'm jealous you have met Tubbs. You lucky to. Jeffrey, I'm not that special, honestly. And it was really nice meeting you. It really was. Have to do it again. Maybe next Bear Bash. You know. Remember, there's the buffet. There's like I know you might not be into it, but I run the buffet run, the cigar social, and sometimes the chubby chaser picnic. So basically, if you want to do any of those things, get in contact with me. I'm not on Facebook. I don't go on Facebook at all, really, but I do have Facebook Messenger. So if you want to send me a message anytime, you know my Facebook, just drop me a message. And like maybe next year, Bear Bash, I'll see you again, which will be nice. Or any other time, you know, depends where I am in the country. I'm mostly here though, in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere. But anyway, no, go have your tea. Go have your tea and like talk to me whenever you can. It's all good. I was shy to come over. It was nice to meet you, and thanks, Jeffrey. It was like meeting a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity. I think I said this to you in person. I'm not a celebrity. Just a random freaky guy from the internet, not a celebrity. But it's nice that you came over to the LiveTUBBS channel. instead of the LiveTUBBS channel, because I don't do live streams on there. I can't do live streams, so yeah. Well, bye, Phil. But it was nice that we actually got to semi-talk again. It's a very one-way conversation. It feels one-way conversation, even though it is technically two ways. When I do the hangouts and stuff. Famous Fox says you are celebrity. Oh no. there were chunky guys and bears that have way more subscribers than me, and by the numbers, I'm a very small. I've got very small channels, so I like making videos. I noticed that it's getting super dark now, so I'm just going to quickly close the door and windows. Well, I can still see the chat, so talk amongst yourselves. I saw a chance to make a pun and I made it. Yes, you did. Aren't you proud of yourself? Like I said, I noticed that there's a bit of a delay in the chat, in the stream, because like I'm sitting here on this screen, which is completely live because it's the Hangout open screen. Yeah, looking at this, I've just gone up to close the door. So yeah. How's your cold doing? It sounds bad. I'm actually a lot better. I'm just bringing up the stuff now. I think that's all it is. You know, all the stuff that basically ends up going down the back of my throat from my nose, which is awesome. So I'll be sitting here and like mind my own business, and all of a sudden it will just be like down the back of my throat, and I'm like. So yeah, it's completely random, but I do sound a lot better. I can actually hear my own voice again, as opposed to only hearing my voice if I loud whisper, if you know what I mean. Like yesterday, I was basically loud whispering everything I was saying, and that was slightly aggravating. Slightly aggravating. But no, I'm a lot better. I'm just, every now and again I go, it's the infection, it wants to spread, but it can't because I'm in the middle of nowhere, so it can't spread. And my partner has already had it, so he can't get it. Oh. But no, I'm a lot better. I am a lot better, honestly. It's just the weird, it's just the annoying, you know, when you sleep, I keep waking up when I do get some sleep, and that's a pain in the butt. But no, I'm keeping up with my fluids. I've had plenty to eat, so I'm good. I didn't have enough to eat, because that never happens. But oh well. Anyway, have I been on for over an hour? Yeah. Shit. Well, it doesn't really matter now, though, does it? I have to review this footage anyway to see if there's anything that I can use in it. However, I don't believe there is, because basically I used 2 of the cameras. So that's all done and all sorted. And does anybody remember the old, I think it was called High-Vis Belly. That's the original. And that was from about 100, when I was 100 pounds lighter. Sorry, random hiccups and burps at the moment. And it's only 2 minutes long, so I've got plenty of footage to work with. But yeah, the difference, I just wanted to point out the difference because I'm wearing that high vis, and that high vis closes rather easily. So, but yeah, I decided to just remake that because basically somebody a while ago requested a comparison. But yeah. But yeah, it's called High Vis Belly. It might be on the, it might not be available to the public because the old channel, the Fat Pipe Bear channel, the is really old, and basically I don't think any of the videos are open to the public anymore. I think they're all unlisted. However, I can't actually get access to the channel to actually shut it down. But I did do a bunch of reposts, if you remember. And those were basically when I was using my ripping software to get those videos off of there and put them on this channel, well, on the LiveTUBBS channel. By the way, I know I know somebody said, I think it was Howard that said basically that I shouldn't get in contact with the people of Men of the Den. But I was very civil. I basically just said to Aaron, my friend who works at Men of the Den, who is one of the guys that hosts Men of the Den, that basically I just said, you know, good choices, because you know, they were good choices. Although, like I said, and I think the thing that just is grinding my gears at the moment is that basically, like, they set out criteria for making your audition videos, right? They set clear itinerary, has to be under 3 minutes or 3 minutes, and has to be, you know, has to have these sorts of things in it. And I filled out all the criteria and worked my ass off to get the video under 3 minutes. And yet, all of their top 5 people that they picked were they were basically over 3 minutes, and I think that's what's just. I'm not bitter about it. Honestly, I'm not. I didn't think I would get in anyway, so it wasn't really that big of a surprise. But like I said, I was just kind of annoyed that I'd followed all the rules, and yet they win, and that's not fair in my opinion. But so that was actually I choked on my own spit. That wasn't actually cold related. I didn't bring anything up. It just kind of happens because I had a random, yeah. Yeah, so I essentially thought that also there was another thing, it was another criteria, and that was that basically they wanted people to basically share their experiences and stuff like that. And a couple of people that had their videos on the Men of the Den, basically they were unlisted videos, so they couldn't really share them. Tiny bug, fuck off. The tiny little mini moth thing that just hit me in the head. But yeah. It's just one of those. It was one of those pain in the butt things. Oh, so much better. So much better. You can hear it in my voice. So much better. Yeah. It's not a thing. It's fine. I'm not really bitter. Like I said, I talked to Aaron last night, and basically he said that like I said great choices, and then he said like thanks, I'm really sorry that you didn't get in, you know, like if it was up to me, you would be like you were my vote to be in and all that stuff. And it was very sweet of him to basically message me back in the first place. But yeah, we are friends, so but yeah, it was just one of those things of like I offered my help whenever he needed it, because one of the things that one of the things that he says on occasion in his videos, and Aaron, I'm sorry if you're watching, But one of the things that you say in your videos on occasions is basically that you would like people to submit videos, or you would like somebody else to be in your video or do something for a video or something like that. And and then you complain about it when nobody does. But the thing is that I've offered my help on more than one occasion, and you know this. I've brought it up, person, you dummy. But it's there. If you want my help with anything, dude, it's there. So, like I said, totally not bitter about it. Just was a bit disappointed because of the rule thing. But that's just my thing. That's just my thing. I haven't really been thinking about it. The only time it actually hit me was basically that, I was just reminded that, I wanted to give you an update on how I'm doing with being rejected. Oh. But it's not. Jeffrey says, you were so sweet to film this even though you weren't feeling well, Tubbs. Well, I'm not dying. You know? It's not a big deal. I just got a cold. It's fine, you know? It's not bad at all. So I'm not feeling that bad. I've just got a bit of the sniffles. Every now and again my nose is blocked up and blah, blah, blah. You know, cold stuff just happens, whatever. Okay. Was a bit of a mistake doing the pipe thing, but actually that didn't turn out too badly. I don't feel any worse for that, so meh. Because normally if I'm sick or something and it's respiratory related, then I don't have any alcohol. I pretty much just stick to juice, soup, and just rest. That's basically what I do, unless I'm working, of course, and then of course I work. So yeah. It does not bother me and stuff like that. Plus, a lot of people I actually got this the other day on my channel, my channel on LiveTUBBS. That basically was like, oh, you smoke, I hate you now, unsubscribed, and it was like, what the fuck? And it's like, dude, I have one pipe a day. When I'm fit and healthy, I have one pipe a day. Unless I'm like at a pub or drinking or whatever. Basically, I'm a social smoker, you know, which basically means that I don't have to have my pipe a day. I'm not addicted. It's not one of those things. It's just whatever, you know. So I don't get it. People, you are crazy. Oh, when I'm on holiday, I definitely have I normally have like one cigar a month as well. Normally when I'm in the hot tub after a super yummy big meal. It's not a thing. It's not a thing, you know. One of my biggest fan bases on my old channel, on the LiveTUBBS channel, is basically the fact that they like that I'm a pipe bear. So people are weird. Anyway, Fame Fox says, it seems men of the den go for a forced exuberance that strikes me as false. I noticed that too. That's kind of one of the things that I was trying to play down in my video. You'll notice it more on the extended cut of my audition. That basically, I am very bouncy at the beginning. That's basically because I'm standing up and I'm just more energetic, you know. So I am moving around a lot more. It's just something that happens when I stand. I can't stand still. If I'm standing up, I can't really stand still unless I'm not talking to anybody and having a quiet moment. A peaceful, quiet moment. Yeah, well, it's kind of like a mini meditation thing. But unless I'm doing that, no. Can't stand still. So yeah, I do have kind of like more energy when I'm standing up, and yeah. Oh, it happened again. I hate that. It's because I'm talking and let my mouth dry out. Because there's nothing wrong with my respiratory tract. It literally is an upper respiratory thing. It's like I get gunk in my throat and in my nose with the stupid cold. Because you can hear nothing. Fine. Honestly. Bastard cold bullshit. I don't like being sick. I especially don't like being sick. I really hate being sick. I really hate it. Like properly hate it when there's a thing coming up. And this weekend is supposed to be the local Steam Fair, which is awesome. I love that. I really do. And I really do not want to be all snotty and shit when I'm walking around like the big steam engines with the big burly steam men and stuff like that, and eating all of the yummy, nice fair food. So yeah. In case you guys don't know, the Steam Fairs and similar stuff like that in the UK are basically like a miniature state fair for us in the UK. You know, we tend to have a couple maybe in every county of the UK. Just one of those things. And I go to 2 of them. I go to Oxford's one and I go to our one. So, and they're so fun. They're so fun. I love it. I love it. I do. But yeah. Anyway, going back to Fame Fox's thing. Yeah, I can tell you that basically, I've only met. Well, I've only had. I like to believe that basically, at least 2 of the men of the den are genuine. You know, basically, I like to believe that the Canadian couple with the ginger bearded one, I like to believe that they're genuine. They seem really genuine. They seem really sweet, and yeah, I like to believe that they're genuine. But you know, Aaron and Chris, I've met them. That's how they are. They are like that. That's not false. That's really Aaron is just as crazy as he seems, and he's super sweet. So yeah, I have nothing bad to say about Aaron. You know, apart from one time at the cigar social at Bear Bash, we were having a nice quiet conversation, and then he was like, "Do you want to go where there's more people?" And I was like, "Okay." It's kind of like cut our time short because it was just us 2 on this balcony for this pub, and it was really nice and quiet and nice to talk to him and stuff like that. And then he just was like, "Do you want to go where there's more people?" Okay, but yeah, and Aaron and Chris, both of them, they are both that wacky in real life. So yeah. The others I've not had any personal interaction with, so I don't know them as well. You know, basically the guy that lives near Washington. Again, names I don't remember them. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I only remember Aaron and Chris because basically I talked to them for so much. So I was reading a comment. Yeah, I've talked to them so much. I've known them for such a long time and stuff like that. So basically, I like if I know you for a long, long time, I will basically know your name, Jeffrey, or I'll at least know your screen name and stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, the guy from Washington seems very, very nice and sweet. The guy from New England, see, I know these people. I know who they are. I just don't know names. The guy from New England and his partner, they seem okay. You know, I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to be character assessments on each of them, but the guy in New England seems to try a bit hard, and he doesn't have to. I'm sure he's a sweet guy, just without the trying. I'm sure he's fine. It just that he does seem a bit. It does make him seem a bit fake, but apart from that, I'm sure he's a nice guy, you know. And his partner seems really chill, so yeah. Who else? The other Canadian guy. is really sweet, and he's very into tattooing. So basically, I think that he would get along. I would get along with him, so that would be nice. And who am I missing? Is that everybody? I think I've gone through all of them. I think, but yeah. That is so cool. I love the footage that you show of the Steam Fair, says Jeff. Yeah, it was nice. Famofos says that could be it. They are more extroverted than I am. Well, yeah. They are very, very out there people. Or at least they try to be more, out there people. Whole extroverted, introverted thing, I don't really believe in anyway. Well, I don't believe. I know it's a thing. I just don't like to talk about it much because it's like it's a spectrum. It doesn't matter where you are on that spectrum. It's kind of meh. For example, I'm I appear to be an introverted person, but there's a reason for that, Well, and I actually am just a listener. So, plus, like I have mentioned many times before, it's actually very hard for me to speak and talk and stuff like that because I have a speech impediment and it's all that bad stuff. So it means that I can't actually physically talk that much. So yeah, it is a spectrum indeed. Yeah, I'm not trying to put anyone down. I'm just saying that. Like the whole introverted extrovert thing, I just like I don't like to talk about it because everybody isn't one or the other, So I don't want to mislabel people, especially since because you can be. Well, the thing is that you can be extroverted and introverted. You can be extroverted. You can be out and open and bubbly and stuff about certain topics. In fact, I know a wonderful woman. She's autistic. She's like a high functioning autistic person. She's really nice. She's extroverted about so many different subjects, but like the subjects that she's not familiar with, she's of course introverted with. She'll not want to talk about them because she's not very familiar with them, which is fair enough. It's one of those things, like if you try to talk to me about like somebody, this happened to me on Grommet like today. If you try to talk to me about sports ball, sports stuff, then I'm gonna be very much I don't want to know. I don't know much about sports. I don't want to know much about sports. The only thing that I like about sports is I occasionally like to play them. And yeah, it's one of those things. Get me around the right people and I can be bubbly and excitable, but with the wrong people, I will be rather closed. Exactly. This is what I mean. This is why I don't like labeling people extroverts and introverts, because everybody's like that. Everybody is like that. And yeah, I don't want to put people into, you're forever an introvert because you wouldn't talk about this subject. I hate that. Or you're around the wrong people. That's why I don't like. That's what I meant by I don't like putting people in those boxes. But you get it. I hate when I'm sick. I do the thing. Just when I'm just clearing my throat, because that's all that was meant to be. Whew. Anyway. Jeffrey, I was going to ask you something, but it's gone. I'll do it tomorrow's stream or something. I don't know what to talk about now. I kind of stuck. I want to talk about Spider-Man some more, but Faye Fox, I know that you went away last time I did that, so I won't. I spent ages talking to my partner about Spider-Man before he left. By the way, he's gone back to his mum's. So, because that's all I've got. That's all I've got at the moment. Work's been fine. No new problems there. Nothing I can really talk about. So, going to Cornwall soon. I didn't run away. I just didn't talk. I know. I'm just saying. I didn't mean that you disappeared from the views for a while because it tells me who's viewing. And then you came back and we were talking about it still, and you were quiet. I understand. I totally understand. I do. I'm not bugging you. I'm trying to be. I'm not trying to be. I'm being very, very polite and calm. It's fine. Yeah. You don't watch a lot of you don't go to cinema much, and I totally understand that. A lot of people do want to see things on DVD more than anything else. And I would do that. I would love that. I do that myself. The only problem is that basically, if it's a movie that's like is well known, and then a lot of my friends are going to see it, and if a lot of my friends see it, they'll talk about it lots. And when they talk about it lots, I'll have nothing to say as I see it. So I'd rather go see it. Me either, Tubbs. I'm not a sports person. Jeffrey, you are on delay again, I think. We're going to have to do the click test. Just whenever you hear that, let me know. It is 21:36. So whenever you hear the click. Did that come out on the... Yeah, it did. Ow, hit my finger. Oh, if I disappear and come back a lot, it is because YouTube freezes and needs to be refreshed. I get it, yeah. Actually, my internet today was actually a bit shitty. I was actually, I was a bit worried about doing a stream today because basically there's days when it's just not going to play. And like when I was filming something. I don't know, I was filming the haircut thing, and it cut out, and then when it came back, it kept coming back blocky. And yeah. So I totally get it. It's fine. I say that a lot, don't I? I totally understand. Jeffrey says, okay, cool. What, did you hear it? I don't get it. I said 21:36, 21:36, 36, 26. Just got another 36. Oh. Sorry, nose drain. Oh, it tastes horrible. Oh. Okay. But yes, cinema. I totally understand about the whole going to the cinema, either not wanting to go to the cinema because it's too expensive and stuff like that. That's why when I go to the cinema, I make sure that I see it as a treat, because I don't like it either. I really don't. I mainly don't like the seats now. Now that I'm too big to fit my fat ass and my sides into a cinema chair, it is a pain. But I used to not like it because basically with my HS, my hypersensitivity, I've got slightly heightened senses anyway, to the point where it hurts when things are too loud and stuff. And often the cinema is too loud, and I can hear everybody's conversations, and I can hear people rustling bags and stuff like that. And I get stuck in the seats, and a lot of the trailers I don't like. The adverts before they get to the trailers of the other movies. I don't like all of this stuff. So what I do is that if I have to go to the cinema, I have to see something. I will make sure that it feels more like a treat. You know, I basically get, I've got earplugs that basically don't muffle. I don't have them in here. I thought I had them in here. Anyway, so everything's slightly quieter. Jeffrey just heard it, so you are 3 minutes delayed. Sorry, Jeff. It's okay. Are you watching this on your phone? Is that it? Is that a thing? A lot of people watch this on their phones. To be honest, all of the YouTube that I watch is watched on this now, because of the phones have been designated to a specific role, which means that they have more memory in them. I play games on this one. Only crappy games like Sudoku and puzzles and stuff like that. I watch things on this one, and I use this one as a phone and as a camera. This is the main phone and camera now, because it's so awesome. But yeah. So yeah, I understand lots of people watch this on their phones, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Anyway, yeah, I make sure that I basically have lots of snacks and foods and stuff. You know, I get my nachos and like a big sharing box of nachos with 3 dips, so super yummy. Usually have that to myself because why not? 2 fuck off giant drinks, basically a tub of like hydration, so that I don't get like too dry mouth or anything like that. I often don't know. I have got a large bladder, so basically I don't ever have to get up in the middle of the cinema to basically go pee. Not that I could anyway, because I'm stuck in the freaking chair. Basically, and I always get like a big bag of super yummy. It's been M&Ms recently. I've been really loving M&Ms. I have no idea, but basically, as long as I got all those things, I'm distracted from all the bullshit, and it does feel like a treat. And then afterwards, we always go out for a meal. So I am a happy fat piggy watching movies. So yeah. So if you don't like the cinema, then yeah, try to treat yourself when you're at the cinema. You know, get there early, get a bunch of foods, make a little evening out of it. You know? I normally have to wait until everybody, in case anybody's wondering, I basically wait until the credits finish, everybody leaves the cinema, and then my partner or whoever I'm with basically hoists me out of the chair very delicately. If I'm by myself, which I don't think I've ever been to the cinema by myself. I don't think that's ever happened, but essentially I try to get a seat where in the UK we have like split levels. Like there'll be the screen, and then in front of the screen there'll be this row of chairs, and then there'll be a raised level with some steps, with like a bar. It's just a metal bar that just is there to protect you, I guess. I don't know, from falling down this little gap. And then the main row of chairs. And what I do is I try to sit at the front of that, you know, where the bar is right in front of me, because I can tend to lean forward quite a lot in the cinema seats. I just am stuck. So, if I can grab onto that bar, I've got immense strength to basically, I can lift myself up easily. So, yeah, if I pull really, really hard, I can get myself out normally. But it's a lot nicer if somebody else helps me. I am 350 pounds, remember. So basically, and I'm only 5'8". So I'm a wide person. I'm just talking because basically there's nothing else here. Oh, to me, watching a movie feels very private. Like I don't want other people around me when I'm absorbed into a film. I get it. I know what you mean. This is what I mean though. When I have to see something at the cinema, then I have to see it at the cinema. So I try to think of it as a treat, like I said. But if not, I'll normally wait until it comes out on Blu-ray and then basically I watch it at home. Doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me that much. Oh, you know the Star Wars movie, Episode 7? I did notice that basically I watched that at the cinema, and you know the effects were brilliant. Even the crappy age regression, bringing back people from the dead thing, they were pretty good. They were pretty good. Tarkin was a bit shit, but you know the Carrie Fisher thing, that was pretty good. But then I watched it on Blu-ray recently, and I was like, okay, I see what everyone's talking about. It sucks. Is the cinema worse than my home entertainment system? I think it is. No, not Rogue One. Episode 7, Star Wars Episode 7. Not Rogue One. What is it called? Awakening or something like that, isn't it? Star Wars The Force Awakens. I can't. Brain not working with titles of movies. I just know it's Star Wars Episode 7. It's the latest Star Wars, not the latest one that's been made. The latest one that's in the series, the last one. Did I just do a huge spoiler? Have you not seen it? Episode 7 is The Force Awakens, yeah. It did not have Tarkin in it. Wait a minute. No, that was Rogue One. Yes, you're right. It is Rogue One I'm talking about. Shit. Fuck. Idiots. Idiot person. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I did mean the latest one that's been out. Oh, God. Yes, I meant Rogue One. Tarkin. So that tiny moth just is loving trying to land on my face. Oh, thanks for that. Good thing this isn't being recorded so that I don't look like a complete idiot over and over and over again when people watch this. Not that anyone's going to watch this far into it, I don't think. Oh, shit. But enough. Pain in the butt. Yes, I meant Rogue One. I'm so sorry. I watched that at the cinema. I thought it was pretty good with the effects wise and stuff like that. By the way, I know the alternate ending, and the alternate ending is way cooler. Oh my god, where they all live and stuff. I'm serious. Yeah, I'm spoiling it. I'm so spoiling it for anybody who hasn't seen Rogue One. But if you haven't seen Rogue One, then spoiler warning for about 5 minutes ago. Spoiler warning. Okay. Carrie Fisher is in it as Leia, as young Leia, kind of. They do an age regression thing. She has one line at the end of it. When I saw it at the cinema, the effects were impeccable. It was good. The voice was a bit off, but that's all the criticism I had on that effect. Tarkin, it wasn't bad. Like, if he wasn't moving, I don't think there would be a problem. But he moved, and he was in it a lot. yeah, it didn't look real. He looked like a CG character. It was freaky and stupid, to be honest. It was just stupid. I don't know what they did. They messed up. They messed up. You know, but if you just took, you know, if it was a still, if in movie stills, you know, if you look at Tarkin in movie stills of Rogue One, it looks fine. It's just simply the motion. You know, they over-emoted his face. I think that's all it was. They did all of the tropes that Pixar does, essentially, when they move his face. It was all very just slightly over-exaggerated. So yeah, for a moment I thought it was Peter Cushing. Then he talked and it looked off. It was, yeah, like I said, just. But yeah, the heavy spoiler stuff for Rogue One, they all died at the end, right? There was no reason for this. I mean, people keep saying that it's like, oh well, they had to kill them off because we can't have them just like, you know, they didn't appear in any of the episodes after that, and it's like they don't have to appear. You know, we could just know that they were there. They didn't have to appear. We get it. What's the biggie? I don't get it. I don't get it. But no, the official alternate ending. The reason why the train looks so different, why they cut out a bunch of stuff, is that basically, remember the robot when they're in the, what is it called? It begins with a. It's like Skaro, but it's not. It's like the base, the big base with the giant satellite dish on top of it. When they're in the base, remember the robot. Remember when he did something to the other robot to basically deactivate it and get the plans to the base and everything like that, so they know where they were going. Well, in the original, what was going to happen was that basically Scarif, thank you, names of places as well, not good. I do not just, takes a little while. I only remember Skaro because it's Doctor Who, and I was like, that's not it, but it was like Skaro, but it wasn't Skaro. But yes, when they're at Scarif, basically what he does is he backs himself up into that other droid. Makes a backup copy of himself into that other droid, right? And this is important. This is what happened in the original. That's why it was so important to see him doing this to another droid and not to just a computer console like R2 did, because they would have just done that to a computer console. But anyway, I'm getting this from official sources because I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you later how I know all of this. But no, he was going to back this up. He then, the movie progresses like it normally does, only you know, and his original self dies. That robot originally dies. Yeah, that side of the vault door. That's how that's how it happens. And yeah, in the trailer, you know, the movie progresses. In the trailer, she appears on top of the mast, and there's a TIE fighter that hovers in front of her, right? In the trailer. It doesn't happen in the movie. It's a released one. So the TIE fighter is like right there. What happens next is that basically the TIE fighter gets blown out of the sky. And then a Imperial cargo ship, whatever, basically flies past her, and we see a close-up of the robot in the pilot seat who's just blown the TIE fighter away. And he basically and then she basically does all of the she does all of the stuff. They all meet on the beach. Most of them aren't dead. The guy with the big gun, with the big power cell backpack thing, he survives. You know, a bunch of them survive, get picked up by the robot when they on the beach. before the shockwave of the big explosion basically takes them out. That's how it was originally going to end. That's why the trailer looks so different than the actual film, and they just wanted to kill everybody off because they thought it was going to be shitty, and I hate that. I hate that. They didn't need to kill them off. Once they started dying, I was like, once the robot died, I was like, oh, they're actually going to kill them all off. But I got a feeling that it's not going to end like that, but it did end like that. And I was like, no. So yeah, how do you do that ending? I like that way better than what happened. You know? They all survive except for the Jedi guy, you know, basically the force-sensitive monk guy, the blind one. He dies in that scene. That's why that scene is split up, because that was one of the reshoots that they had to do for the new ending of the movie, you know, where they both died. Yeah, and the sadly, we do lose the cargo guy, the pilot. We do lose the pilot as well, which is a shame because he's one of my favorite characters. The robot's my favorite character, but he was one of my favorite characters. It's always the robot. It's always the robot that it's always my favorite character. I never understood that. R2-D2, my favorite character in the original Star Wars. You know, this guy, it's the robot, reprogrammed like Imperial droid, my favorite character. So yeah, but yeah, there were going to be survivors. Everything was going to be cool. Fightful says, I hate this. It needs to be grim attitude in movies. Yeah, it does wind me up too. Oh God. It does wind me up too. Oh, I'm trying to think of a movie. There's something I saw fairly recently. Wasn't Spider-Man. Spider-Man wasn't grim. Spider-Man was actually really fun. It looked like it was going to be grim for a minute, but it was actually really fun. I love Spider-Man. It is my second favorite Marvel film? Question mark. You know what I mean. I'm actually getting warm in here. I'm going to put the fan on when I finish the stream. Jeffrey says, yes, R2-D2 is cool. Oh, did the stream catch up? 21:56 here. Guess I can do. Yeah, I didn't mind grim movies, but I want more than that. A grim movie with a happy ending is also good. Have you seen The Illusionist? That is in my top 5 favorite movies. I was going to say that's my favorite movie, but I can't pick. I'm not very good at ranking movies, you know. But The Illusionist has a. If you've seen The Illusionist, then basically you'll know that it's a fairly grim story. It's kind of like dark and gritty. And it's got a questionable ending, but the questionable ending means that it might have been good, it might have been bad, you don't know, but it's what you choose to believe, I guess. I'll make note of The Illusionist. Yeah, just if you haven't seen it, then I can't really. It's kind of a spoiler, so I'm not going to go into it. But brilliant movie, brilliant movie. Paul Giamatti is in it, amazing. I do like myself a bit of Paul Giamatti. I'm trying to think of who else is it. Edward Norton. Edward Norton's in it as well. But no, The Illusionist, brilliant. It's brilliantly done as well. It's just really nice. It's a really good movie. It's really good. And like I said, it's one of my top 5s. I'm trying to think of something else. If you remember Stardust, it was kind of a piece of shit, but I liked it. You know, it was a cheesy kind of fairy tale movie. That had a really nice ending. It kind of was never going to have not a nice ending, but it made you think a few times in that movie that some bullshit was going to happen. K20SO seems like R2 mixed with HK47. Yeah, okay. K2SO is the Imperial droid, right? It's almost a name. It's kind of like a name. I don't know. I've only seen the movie like 3 times, so basically, I don't know his name. I just remember I loved him. I loved that robot. Also, it's the voice of Alan Tudyk, and I love his work. Also, I mean, he's a leaf in the wind. You know, he's really good. He's brilliant. If you've seen Dollhouse, the series, he's amazing in that. Oh, wow. You know, just the man is a fucking good actor. Needs more recognition. Don't know why he doesn't get it. Weird and confusing. I don't think he was in Buffy or Angel. I don't think. He was in one of the Transformers movies, wasn't he? Like he was somebody's assistant in the Transformers movies. Alan Tudyk. Does a lot of voice acting as well, so this was brilliant for him. But he's one of the funniest things about Alan Tudyk is that he seems to be almost typecast as being either a robot or a Disney furry animal. Hysterical to me. I don't know why. But yeah, he was in Big Hero 6. Not as the voice of a robot. Yeah, he was the voice of Sonny in iRobot. Let me just get this right. He was the voice of Sonny the robot in iRobot, and the doctor guy who kills himself at the beginning of the movie. So it's not a spoiler. The doctor guy who kills himself at the beginning of the movie. You know, I don't remember his name. Well, I'm not spoiling anything. But essentially, these 2 actors are in the same movies, and it's really funny. But yeah, have you seen iRobot? In iRobot, basically, he does the voice of Sonny the robot, one of the main characters, and there's a voice, there's a whole actor of one of the most important doctors in robotics. He basically designed the like 3 walls of robotics and all that stuff. And I don't know why I was doing that with my hand, but you know what I mean. I've seen, yeah. Well, basically, the guy who does who's the farmer on Babe is in iRobot. I don't remember names. Fuck. And yeah, he's the Zefram Cochrane as well in First Contact, so Star Trek. He's in iRobot, and also he's in Big Hero 6. He provides a voice for Big Hero, one of the characters, one of the main characters in Big Hero 6, as does Alan Tudyk, who does another voice of another character in Big Hero 6. And just the fact that they complement each other in that role as well as in iRobot is just hysterical to me. I don't know why. But if you've seen sorry, have you seen Frozen? I'm just going to make this last point, and I'm probably going to have to run away because I'm running out of fizzy for my throat. Have you seen Frozen, and have you seen Zootopia or Zootropolis, or I think it's called Zootopia in America. So I think it is Zootopia. I basically, yes, I see the because I can read lips. I basically every time that they say Zootropolis in the UK dub, for some reason it's dub. You haven't seen Frozen, but have you seen Zootopia? Yeah, you seem like I knew it. you've had to. So that's I kind of wanted to say you've had to have seen Zootopia because I know you from the furry stuff. So yeah. Well, basically, there's a guy in Frozen, and it's not a spoiler. It's just this is a character description. There's a guy in Zoo. No, there's a guy in Frozen called he's the Duke of Weaselton, and basically they keep mispronouncing his name as Weasel. Weasel. No, they keep mispronouncing his name as Weaselton when it's Weselton. You know, he's like the Duke of Weselton. You know, when somebody says it's like, and this is the Duke of Weaselton, and he's like, no, the Duke of Weselton, Duke of Weselton. And I love that because that's Alan Tudyk's voice, hysterical. In Zootopia, Alan Tudyk is the weasel. Or ferret or something. He's a weasel. I think he's a weasel. But his name is something Weaselton. Oh, no, his name is something Weselton. But he basically, like, they introduced, you know, they basically say, you know, his name, and he's like, and they say, you know, they say Weselton, and he's like Weaselton. It's Weaselton. Don't get me confused with Weselton. It's Weaselton, and I love that they done that. It's brilliant. I love it. It's just a little point I wanted to point out that I picked up and I loved in both of those movies. I watch a lot of Disney because basically I like it, and I've got two nephews that absolutely fucking love Disney. So basically I have to watch the Disney stuff, even though it's not have to. I get to watch the Disney stuff. But no, brilliant. Just I'm sorry I ranted about that. I just love that. I love Alan Tudyk. He's brilliant. Okay. So now I've talked my throat dry again. I'm probably scared you all by doing that. Ah, bubbles feel so good in my throat. See, you can always instantly tell when my voice is better. Well, you know, when my throat's better because my voice gets better. I have like 9 nieces. Says a famous fox. Yeah, technically, I don't know what it was, but when I was growing up, well, when I was in my teenagers, and whenever there was like big family gatherings and stuff, I was always the kid that was looking after all of the little kids. Like I'm one of the oldest of my generation in my family, so I was always the one that was looking after all of the annoying like kids and stuff like that. But now I'm an uncle. I basically don't mind it. I actually like it. I really like my my nephews and my nephews-in-law. So, do you like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Gene Wilder? I love that movie, says Jeffrey. Oh, yeah. I'm going to say it. Apparently the tiny moth does too, because it's back trying to hit me in the face. Go away. I'm going to say it. I think it's a bit overrated. I don't know. I you know. I think there are far better movies out there. As lots, just everybody keeps saying that it's like, oh, you can't compare to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and it's like, off. It's like, go away, please. Leave me alone. Ah. Right. Yeah, I think it's a bit overrated. I don't know what else to say. It's not that funny. It's a weird story. I don't get it. Like I said, I don't get why it's such a huge deal to a lot of people. It's just like I said. Like I said, I think it's just overrated. Everybody keeps saying it's just like this best, it's one of the best things ever, and it's like, no. If we're going to go by books, I loved the Charlie and the one of the first books that I ever read all the way through was Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator by Roald Dahl. You know, it's the next book after Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I thought that story would have been way better to make a movie out of. But you know, because it's actually creepy and it sounds kind of cool, and you know, it takes place in a space station, and like you know, there's a lot of sci-fi in there. I think it was one of Roald Dahl's like true dip into the sci-fi pond. You know, it was, yeah. Lots of Roald Dahl stuff is weird in a good way, says Fatal Fox. Yeah, I can't think of anything that he's written that I would say is bad. But not a lot of it is what I would consider good. Like I said, I think that Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator is the only one that because once I read that book when I was little, I basically I read all of the Roald Dahl stuff, and none of it really compared to that. So basically, it was like, yeah, I don't want to say that any of it's good. It's just kind of out there, you know. It's worth the read. That's it. That's what I'm trying to get at. You know, they're worth reading. Just, I wouldn't say that I loved any of them, but yeah, that's kind of how I feel about the movie as well. You know, it's worth watching, but you know, now I've seen it, if I was given a choice to watch it again now, then basically, and there will have options, I'd be like, yeah, I'll watch something else. But yeah, the Johnny Depp version of Willy Wonka. I don't think that's even a thing, is it? I don't remember anything from that movie. Oh, I remember the one bit. I remember one bit. I remember the isn't there a scene where basically, like, is it at the end of the movie when they're living in a house that's in the middle of the factory with like powder shakers doing that over their house to make it look like it's snowing, and it's icing. That's the only thing I remember from that movie. I don't remember anything else from that movie. So it must have been lame. I could give a shit. But yeah. Oh, by the way, I watched the new Ghostbusters movie. I watched that last night. That's what I was going to talk about. If I ran out of subjects, I have a mental checklist that basically, like, that I think about stuff to basically put on the stream. Well, just whenever I think I'm going to have a conversation with somebody, I basically try to remember, you know, kind of like an IOU, not an IOU, a to-do thing, a to-do list in my own head. That basically, whenever my internet just dropped out on one of my devices, that's not good. It's still showing up as I'm still here. Yeah. Basically, of like, oh yeah, remember when you're next talking to so and so, basically to bring up this. The new Ghostbusters movie. You know, the all female cast one, the reboot, because it's not a continuation. Like I swear they said they were probably going to do, and yeah. So I watched it, and yes, it is shit. It is genuinely shit. It is the worst piece of shit I've seen for a long time. That, you know, a big budget film that was yeah. Um, None of them were funny. None of them. And aren't they all comedians? But none of them were funny. I can't, there was not one funny thing. Nope. The cameos are atrocious and insulting in a way. I didn't even know that that was Bill Murray um, until halfway through his performance. Chris Hemsworth, who I love that guy. I I love that guy so much. I really appreciate his. You know, I think he's a really good actor. It's not just all about looks, although he is dreamy. You know, he does a really good Thor. Almost ruined Chris Hemsworth for me. Almost. Yeah, I don't mind that he was there just for fan service. I totally get that because it's Chris Hemsworth. I mean, he's gorgeous. But he's so stupid. He's so stupid. No one's that stupid. I'm just kind of, I'm just remembering how awestruck I was by how lame this thing was, because it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not a terrible movie. It's just lame. You know, it's an unfunny piece of crap. You know, it's a shame because I love. Is it Linda McCarthy, the heavyset one? I love her. She's one of my favorite female comedians. I mean, it's one of those things. And I've seen all the other ones in other things as well, the other Ghostbusters. And I like them, so I didn't get it. I I don't get it. It just there were cringy moments in it as well, and oh, it's a shame that it's not good. Yeah, I know. That's kind of the attitude that I heard when I first heard about it not being that great. All I kept thinking was, oh, that's a shame. You know, I didn't think that like it was some kind of weird conspiracy like a lot of people did. Wasn't isn't this the movie where everybody said that there's some kind of weird conspiracy that basically says that that you're not allowed to not like this movie because you're part of some conspiracy if you say that you don't like the movie, because you actually do like it, but it's because something. I can't remember what it was, but a lot of people were saying that, and I was like, well, I just won't see it then if it's going to cause me this much problems. But no, I saw it by accident last night because it was like it was in a bunch of files that somebody sent me that I was like for work, and it was just like you know, they forgot to clear their USB or whatever, so they just included this in my Dropbox, and I was like, okay, I'll watch it. So I watched it, and it was like, so yeah, it didn't even hold my attention that well. I had it on my phone, while I was doing something else. While I was doing the laundry. I mean, that's how interested I was in the film. You know, I watched every bit of it. It was kind of like, you know, I could be doing other things. So I went and did other things while I had the phone in my hand and laundry in my other hand. You know, a lot of people used to use the sexism card, saying, "Oh yes, it was the feminist." There was a lot of feminists, wasn't there, that basically said, "If you don't like this movie, then it's only because you don't like women, because that's the only difference in this movie." And I was, yeah, I remember now. I don't get that, because you know, it's not just the women that's the problem in this movie. It was uninteresting, it was unimaginative, it was not funny, you know. It's such a waste of time watching a movie that's not very good. I have to do that though sometimes, but yeah, I remember now. I remember all of the sexism stuff. Oh god. Oh no, I'm not gonna be targeted. I don't know. I don't know any SJW feminist people, so I don't think I do. I do have a friend that I'm a bit worried about, because they seem to be a bit turning to the SJW side, and it's talking about safe spaces and misrepresentation and certain TV shows and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay. To me, it was director hiding behind his female cast and using them as an excuse. I totally can believe that. Yeah. What I think is that I think the story could use a bit of work, though. You know, I don't mind the movie. You know, if the movie was a drama or an action film, if it was just those things with like a couple of cute one-liners in it, I would have been happy with that. If it wasn't a prequel, if it was like a continuation, or made Linda McCarthy like Bill Murray's daughter or something like that, you know, something to link it to the original Ghostbusters, I thought that would have been cool. In fact, that's what I thought they were going to do when I first heard that they were going to make another Ghostbusters movie. I was like, it's really exciting, because they can, you know, link it. They can do it in modern day times, but like retain the original story, and it will be cooler. That would be actually kind of awesome, you know. But it was a remake. It was a bad one, and now that it's kind of a bummer that they kind of squished any chance to basically do a continuation to the story. Plus, didn't Ego die or something as well? The guy who played Egon. Yeah, names. The Ghostbusters has never been a big childhood thing for me. I basically like my parents really loved it, but like I can tell that they were trying to get me into like liking it too. When I was a kid, my brother did. He had like the Ghostbusters little toy car and stuff like that as well. But like every time I watched it, I wasn't that excited about it. It just wasn't a thing. You know, it wasn't like Star Wars. And a lot of people keep like saying it's like, oh, it's part of my childhood. It's part of like my Star Wars, my Star Wars childhood. You know, it's part of all of those things that make up my childhood. And I'm like, I never got it. The movie could have been great with better direction. Well, yeah. Could have been worse as well. The thing is that, yeah, that's one of the things I wanted to point out. Is that as bad as it was, I can totally see how this could be worse. I can totally see how you know, it could have been as bad as people were saying, but it wasn't. It was just an unfunny piece of shit. Like I said, it just wasn't. It wasn't like an abomination of cinema. I wasn't really that into Ghostbusters either. Yeah, no. It just wasn't the thing. It just wasn't the thing for me. I don't know. I'm trying to think of why, but I can't think of anything. I think I was far more into something else. I thought the original Ghostbusters was funny, at least. That's the thing. Like, I do remember laughing all the jokes in the original Ghostbusters, but this didn't compare, you know? A lot of it didn't make sense as well, just because it's so badly written that a lot of it didn't make sense. I love the Ghostbusters films, and I may still see the new one. Well, just don't have any expectations. Just don't. Just don't have any expectations, you know. Well, actually, I should say that. Prepare yourself to be extremely underwhelmed. Prepare for playing on your phone while you're watching it. Have it on in the background while you're watching it. Don't watch it. Just, it's, yeah. Do something else. Do something else while it's on, because yeah, it's honestly, it's not worth your time. I was gonna say it's worth a watch just to see how shitty it is, but it's not even that. So like, it's not worth your time. Do something else in the background while it's on. I did the twirl arm wave gesturing from Battlefield Earth. I still love that. Right, I think I've exhausted all of my topics, because otherwise I'm just going to be talking, and then tomorrow when I try to do live stream, I'll have completely forgotten what I was going to talk about, or I've already brought it up today or something. Plus, I think I've been on for a while now. Yeah, 2 hours. I keep hearing random mysterious noises. It's creepy. Jeffrey says, Fatty and Tubbs, this is dating myself, but I used to have the Ghostbusters cartridge for Atari 2600. Okay. Should I yawn? I didn't mean to actually yawn. Oh, it's the lighting. I thought my tongue was white then. It's just the lighting. Because that's bad apparently if your tongue's white. But no, I think it's a normal color. Sorry for sticking my tongue out like you guys, but it's just random creepy lighting just made me think that my tongue was all messed up. Although that might just be the random head cold messing with it, so I shouldn't really bother. I'll shut up. I'll shut up. Okay. And the game sucked, right? So I don't remember. I wasn't lucky enough to have an Atari 2600. You know, I think we got a PlayStation, second-hand PlayStation, and then I saved up for a PlayStation 2 when those were a thing. And then I got a GameCube as well, which was pretty fun. But those were my late teenage years. So I just did the Ivan Ooze teenagers. Smells like teenagers. Creepy. Sorry, if you're wondering why I was looking over there. Oh, shut up with the yawning. Now I'm tired again. Really. Awesome. Yeah, the reason why I'm looking down there is because basically Pet Spider isn't well, I think. And I was just double checking that, like, it was. I put some drops of water just so that it stayed hydrated in its web. I was just double checking to make sure that the drops were still there. It's actually it's a nice big spider. It's about that big. It's like, it's a good spider. I don't want it to go away because it does get rid of mosquitoes and stuff. Now I'm yawning. Well, that just shows that you are a very empathic, sensitive person, and that's a nice thing. Because you're affected by infectious yawning. It means that you empathize with other people, apparently. I get that too. That's what somebody kept telling me. That's what one of these psychiatrists kept telling me when I was doing my training. So, anyway, I think I'm going to run away. I'm going to upload this footage and do the editing tomorrow. So, famous folks, I know you weren't here for the shooting, but you can watch it in the early bits of the playback, so that would be fun. It's only like about 4 or 5 minutes, like after I did all the setting up and stuff. So yeah, that should be up tomorrow sometime. The things that yes, it's contagious. Yeah, but the people that get affected by contagious yawning, apparently it's an empathic response from when we were doing social mimicking, when we were early humans and all that stuff. It's like the whole crying and laughing thing. You know, when people get really emotional, if you get really emotional as well, then basically it just means that your empathy is on overdrive, and it's a common thing. It happens to everybody. It really winds me up actually, because basically, like, if I get really emotional, I get shaky, and I hate that. Anyway, yes. The video that I shot today, the thing that I was doing the filming for, yes, I should be editing that tomorrow in the daytime sometime, hopefully, if it's not too warm, which I don't think it will be. But what I'm going to be uploading as soon as the stream ends is the new human balloon one, and that's basically going to be the paid version. So if you want to support me, if anybody wants to support me and watching this on playback, then I will put that up. And it's only going to cost like 50p. It's the minimum that YouTube allows me to put it under, or 50 cents. Because honestly, I don't want to make money. It was just originally a thing to test out to see if I can make money out of this. And it sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. And I do put the video up for free anyway. This is just one of the ways that you can show your support by basically purchasing one of my videos. But if you're not into it, then that's fine. Yeah, and tomorrow I should be uploading this video, like I said, and then the video after the day after that, I should be uploading the free human balloon video without the farting and stuff. And then the day after that, I should be uploading the other bit of the film that I just filmed. So keep an eye out for that, guys. And I will be back here streaming every day, usually around about 8 o'clock p.m. GMT, you know, Greenwich Mean Time, English time. But it's fine if you miss it. It's fine. You can watch the playback and stuff. But if I basically get a window of free time in the middle of the day or something, I might do another live stream. Sorry, I've been talking for a long time, completely forgot that my mouth was dry, and I did it again. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and for being a part of the stream. I do appreciate the company and talking about some random movies and bullshit and stuff like that. It was actually really nice. Thank you, Jeffrey and Fatty McFaltz, and thank you, Robert Johnny, for being here part of the filming, which was awesome. And yeah, I hope you do not get my cold from watching the stream, but I think that's fairly impossible. Anyway, guys, say bye, Tubbs. By the way, sorry, Jeff, if you are still in delay. Hopefully it won't cut you off of this last bit, but yeah, say bye, Tubbs. I've got to wait for the stupid delay to catch up anyway for the regular stream, because it just looks like I had my choking fit. Oh no, Famous Fox says bye. Bye, dude. Bye, guys. I'm gonna hit the button. That was not the button. Bye.